Hi and welcome back to Backpacking for Beginners, episode 10, our final episode in the series. Thank you so much if you've been watching this series and I hope it's been useful. Today I'm going to be talking to you about how to create an at-home backup plan in case things go wrong whilst you're away. I explained in the previous video, which I'll link up here, that I do scans of my passport, driving license, health insurance and things like that. So I've got an electronic version on a hard drive or on Dropbox whilst I'm away. Now I like to have a backup plan at home as well, just in case. So what I mean by this is I created, before going to Australia, a folder which I gave to my mum before I left. Now, if you can leave it with a family member or a friend who you would trust with your life, just do that. I do realise that some people won't have anyone that they can give this to, so this isn't necessarily going to be so relevant for you guys. You might have to just think slightly around that, but most people will have at least one person that they would trust with really important information and that would help them out in a sort of serious scenario whilst they were overseas. What is in the folder? Good question. Can't actually remember, it's so long since I looked in here. Right, we'll go through this together. In this folder, I have got a copy of my visa, useful. I've got information on where I was staying the first week I was there, so that if for some reason they never heard from me again, they could contact the place and say, did she ever turn up? Some people find this really pessimistic way of looking at things. I always like to plan for the worst case scenario and hope for the best. I'd rather have a plan in place that I never have to use than not have a plan and be, I was going to say a naughty word then, yeah, be in trouble if something happens. I've also in this folder got my travel insurance document stuff, and I've got contact numbers for all my travel insurance provider for overseas and whatnot, so if I lost my information I could just contact my mum and say, what was that number again? I've got my bank details, so my account details for my English and my Australian account, with numbers for lost, stolen cards, card inquiries, things like that, and the addresses, so again, if for some reason I lost all of that information and couldn't get hold of it, I could find it out. I had, oh, this is quite cute, I actually made for my parents an explanation, I don't know if you can see that very well, on how to call Australia from the UK, so they could actually talk to me if they wanted to. So that's quite a nice thing. If you're a young traveller and your parents are terrified about you going somewhere, this sort of folder will really help alleviate their fears. It will make them feel like you're uber prepared, and they will have peace of mind that if something does go wrong, they can actually, you know, speak to you and things like that. Got my telephone number for Australia in here. Oh, and my email address. Got paper copies, like, oh, I probably shouldn't show you all of that. Got paper copies, like I explained in the previous video, of my passport and driver's license, so there was a copy there as well. And that's pretty much it. Oh, and some receipts for things that I bought to take with me on the trip, so travel essentials and some clothes and stuff, because a lot of insurance policies to make a claim want receipts, so that was in there. Great thing about having a folder is it's all stored in one place. You can just hand it over and then they can put it somewhere where they know it's safe, where they hopefully will never have to access it, but it gives you peace of mind and it gives your family peace of mind, particularly if it's your first time overseas. So creating a backup plan is, I think, worth it if you have the time. A backup plan like this won't be suitable for everyone, I do understand that, but if you're someone like me that likes to plan and have things in place, it's a great idea. Thank you so much for watching this video and for my Backpacking for Beginners series. If you have enjoyed this series, please do me a favour and share the videos on social media, Twitter, Facebook, anywhere that you post, and help other travellers find out information that will be useful to them before going away, because that is exactly what I wanted to get out of this series, providing a step-by-step guide for people so that they can jet off to their exotic destination or wherever they're going with peace of mind, knowing that they've done everything they possibly can along the way to ensure that they will have an amazing time. I am aiming to get a new series up for you, which I hope to run on Fridays, but I will release a video in due course about that. Until then, please stick around on my channel. There's plenty more for you to look at, and I will see you soon. Take care, much love, bye! And leave it with a trusted family member or friend so they've got it if you lose it, or it gets wet, or dingoes eat it, or something. If you are taking photos